Listen, if you have food stamps that my tax dollars are paying for, good. I'm glad. Because guess what? I've been that mom. I've been that mom that needed food stamps to feed my kids.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another set of unbelievable clips of people completely losing it over the new food stamp and EBT restrictions. Every time, the entitlement just gets more ridiculous. And trust me, the further we go, the crazier these videos get. As always, I've organized everything so it builds up clip by clip. You're definitely going to want to stick around until the very end because the last one is easily the most outrageous of them all. All right, let's jump right in.
Okay, Miss Know-It-All. Then explain how I got these today, right? Does that make any sense on them not approving you to buy soda, energy drinks, candy, prepared desserts? Listen, every morning, I pick up an energy drink and a candy bar. And sometimes I'll get 2 sodas, one for my lunch and one for my break. Okay? And I buy them all on my EBT card. So you're telling me lies, because I definitely got these today with my food stamp card. It didn't get declined. So, I mean, I guess it must have not hit my card yet. But I guess you're going to sit over there and be mad about it, because I'm going to continue buying my energy drinks with my food stamp card. And there's nothing you can do about it. Be mad. Stay mad. Think I'm bothered.
So this is the big flex, proudly swiping taxpayer money for candy bars, sodas, and energy drinks, and then daring the very people who fund the system to stay mad. Let's be real. Food stamps were created to keep families from going hungry, not to bankroll your daily sugar rush. You're not proving you're clever, you're proving just how broken the rules are when junk like this still slips through. And the attitude? That's what hardworking people hate the most. Because while you laugh and say be mad, they're out grinding, paying higher taxes and higher grocery bills just to cover what you're flaunting. Keep bragging online. All you're doing is making the case stronger for cutting this waste off completely. But what do you think? Should junk food be cut out of food stamps entirely? Drop your take in the comments. I really want to see how many of you feel the same way. But anyway, you know our videos get even crazier, so let's move on to our next video.
So we're starting to see some arrests. Not necessarily the arrests that I've been hoping to see, but nonetheless, they are arresting people for committing fraud. So as of this morning, 6 people have been arrested, including 1 USDA employee, for misappropriating tens of millions of dollars in food stamp funds. These 6 individuals have been charged with bribe and scheme charges that generated more than $66 million in transactions under SNAP. Apparently this started back in 2019, where the USDA employee was the one that actually made the scheme possible. And he supplied 160 EBT cards to stores across the state of New York. Those 160 EBT cards alone generated over $30 million in EBT funds. At the end of the day, this is exactly why we need Doge. This is exactly why we need somebody overseeing every single transaction within the government, because they cannot be trusted. Employees within the government cannot be trusted. There is way too much opportunity for fraud, and it is happening every single day under their noses, and they're not doing anything about it. So these arrests are great if the charges stick, but now we're just SOL. We're out $66+ million.
So Trump and his administration has passed a bill to where junk food can't be bought with EBT. And hey, don't get me wrong. I understand a lot of people do abuse it. That's understandable. Here is the thing. To eat healthy and organic is very expensive. So if you got a family that only get $500 and you want them to eat organic and healthy, they're not going to get a lot of food that lasts them throughout the month because the prices are so expensive. So if they're going to do that, I think they need to go after these companies that are charging an arm and a leg for organic or healthy food. Like, that's crazy. To be healthy, it costs so much. Even when we go to the store, a bottle of water, $4, $5 for a bottle of water. Water should be a bottle of water, like single bottle of water, should be like 50 cents because it's healthy. But then you can go outside of Walmart and get a can of soda for 50 cents. And then they wonder why Americans are big and Americans are unhealthy, and America's like, it's a lot of fat people over here compared to other countries, because other countries, food and produce are like damn near organic. It's like you know what I'm saying, way fresher and healthier than our food. But I'm gonna mind my business on that.
Here we go again, blaming the price of organic food instead of facing the real problem, people using taxpayer money for soda, candy, and junk. Nobody is asking you to buy $9 organic kale from Whole Foods. Regular rice, beans, potatoes, frozen vegetables, and basic proteins are still cheaper than energy drinks, chips, and cupcakes. The whole healthy is too expensive argument, just another excuse to justify poor choices. Trump's bill is simple. Food stamps should go to actual food, not garbage, that destroys your health and drains the system. And let's be real, other countries aren't healthier because junk food is banned. They're healthier because people cook real meals and don't live off taxpayer-funded sugar highs. So let me ask you this. Do you think junk food should be completely cut from food stamps, or should there still be freedom of choice? Anyway, in our next video, we show what people eat with food stamps. Let's move on to our video.
And you know that's a tasty sandwich.
This boy, 30 years old, ain't never bought no grocery in my motherfucking house and then gonna use up all my motherfucking, look at all my motherfucking meat. Look at that shit. Using up all my shit.
I made my video.
Showing you guys how to make a summer sandwich.
A summer sandwich.
This shit crazy. Then he calling it a summer motherfucking sandwich.
You're gonna need some lettuce and some onions.
Mm-hmm.
Don't dig the inside.
Look
All the fixins.
Look at that.
How you doing?
And won't even go sign up for no motherfucking food stamps.
I don't need food stamps from the government as long as I got me, mama.
So the last time I pissed off everybody from the food stamp police committee, so I'm back with another one. Have you ever been to Costco and be like, I wonder if I can use my food stamps at the food court? You can. Watch this. Only cold stuff though, so I'm gonna get a soda and I'm gonna get a salad. Oh yeah, a soda and a salad. Yum. Pay for order. So, y'all know the EBT card. EBT, last time y'all was confused.
Imagine bragging that you're swiping an EBT card at the Costco food court for soda and a salad, like it's some kind of achievement. Newsflash, you're not clever. You're just showing how far the system gets abused. Taxpayer money wasn't meant to cover your fountain drink and food court snack. People who actually work for a living buy their lunch with their own paycheck. They don't film TikToks flexing about it. And the so-called food stamp police committee you keep mocking? That's just regular folks tired of watching their hard-earned money turned into your punchline. Keep laughing. Because every one of these videos just makes the case stronger for tighter restrictions. But here's what I want to know. Do you think food stamps should be banned from being used anywhere outside of grocery essentials? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious where you stand.
Hey, let's go to Miami next week, Thursday. No, I swear, I'm buying everybody's tickets and we can go to Miami and get a yacht.
Selling food stamps isn't illegal.
I found out today that selling food stamps is not illegal. Now, hear me out. I know you're going to be looking at me like I'm crazy, like, no, that's illegal. No, it's not illegal. And I'm going to paint the scenario for you so you can see where I'm coming from with this. So let's take somebody, let's say the name Sarah, okay? Sarah is a EBT recipient and she receives, let's say, $500 a month in food stamps. Now, Sarah realizes that she's able to save about maybe $300 left over in the food stamps, so give or take, she only spent about $200 a month. All right, so Sarah knows how to make her pennies work. She knows how to make them stretch. So she has $300 left on her EBT card, and she wants to know if anybody's interested in buying food stamps. Now, Sarah goes around and she finds a lucky person by the name of Nikki. Nikki wants to buy food stamps because Nikki is a 9-to-5 and she makes too much money to be eligible for food stamps. Now, according to the government, she's making too much money, but after taxes, Nikki ain't seeing no rewards. So Nikki and Sarah have a conversation. Sarah says, hey, I could hook you up. You know, for the $300, all you gotta do is give me $150. All right? So they exchange the card and money, and Nikki goes ahead, uses the card, and buys the food stamps. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Because the way this person broke it down to me and explained it to me, I understand where they're coming from. So, again, Sarah is a food stamp recipient. She doesn't work and she receives food stamps. Nikki is not a food stamp recipient and she does not receive food stamps. But Nikki pays taxes into the government in order for Sarah to get food stamps. Okay, her tax dollars is going towards this woman to get food stamps. So technically, Sarah is doing nothing but giving Nikki back the money that she paid into taxes by selling the food stamps. So it's a win-win situation, if you ask me. So, very interesting to know that selling food stamps is not illegal.
This whole selling food stamps isn't illegal take is laughable. Yes, it is illegal. It's literally called food stamp trafficking. And here's the real kicker. Sarah isn't some genius stretching pennies. She's pocketing taxpayer money that was never hers to begin with. Taxpayers like Nikki already paid their share into the system, and instead of that money feeding kids, it's being flipped for cash on the side. That's fraud, plain and simple. And the excuse of she's just giving Nikki her money back is ridiculous. That's not how taxes work. But let me ask you, do you think harsher penalties would actually stop this abuse, or would people still try to game the system? I'd love to see what you guys think down in the comments. But anyway, in our next video, we have a crazy woman who found the money from food stamps not enough and discovered a new business model for herself.
She bought soda with her food stamps, dumped it, recycled it, got caught. They're making her pay $23,000 back. Just saw the video. The lady went into the grocery store, bought some soda pop, went in the parking lot, dumped out all the soda. Cop comes up and says, "What are you doing, ma'am?" "I'm dumping out the soda so I can recycle." "Why would you go in the store and buy soda pop with your money if you're going to come and dump it out here to get even less money?" "Oh, I used my food stamp card." "You did what?" "I use my food stamp money. I do it all the time. That's how I get more money." "I'm going to have to report you, ma'am." "Report me to who?" "The state. I just saw this video. It's on here." I couldn't believe it. She's telling the story like, pobrecita, you know? And he reports it to the state. She gets a letter in the mail from wherever she gets her benefits. And the letter reads, "Because of you getting reported for doing this and saying that you do it all the time, you need to pay back every penny we sent you in the last year." The amount was $23,000. How does somebody what do you got to do to get $23,000 worth of food stamps in 1 year? Somebody do the math. Well, let's see. 2,000 times 12 would be 24. So she's getting right under $2,000 a month to buy food. How? She doesn't even look like she's from another country and came over here. I mean, she looks American. I don't get it. Somebody make it make sense.
A welfare recipient received $2,800 in SNAP benefits. Just got a letter from HSA stating that they are cutting his SNAP down to $300, and he is absolutely perplexed at the situation. He voted for Trump, but apparently he misconstrued what Trump is saying. Now, he is saying that the reason why he voted for Trump was that Trump was going to help the poor people out. And he's assuming that the welfare system is a permanent system. Listen to what he has to say.
Has cut my food stamps from $2,800 down to $350. Now, what am I supposed to do?
Get a job.
So I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration, all this shit, whatever, that all these cuts and whatever he's doing over there, now they're telling me I have to go work. Now I have to go do all this. Well, I literally got 5 kids. Okay.
Stop making kids you can't afford to take care of.
I'm trying to sit here and spend time with them.
Oh.
I'm not trying to go work,
Really?
50, 60 hours a week so I can pay bills.
Who told you could have kids without taking care of them?
I just really don't understand. I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had good was going on, but now all of a sudden, all this policy stuff's coming out, and now he's making all these cuts, and now now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more.
Oh, he's helping the less fortunate. It just means you have to get off your ass.
I'm done with that guy. I'm not. If he gets voted in again, I'm leaving this country.
You can't afford to leave
because I'm not dealing with this no more. This is all shit.
So let me get this straight. He has 5 kids. He's expecting everybody else and their mother to take care of his kids that he couldn't afford to have in the first place. Now he wants to spend time with his kids. Originally, this is the reason why he wanted to vote for Trump, because apparently he misconstrued the word, we are going to help American citizen. It doesn't mean that he is going to help you lazy ass to sit on your ass permanently. This is the reason why we voted for President Trump, to get all you lazy ass motherfuckers off your ass and stop living off of the system. The system is meant to be temporary.
So let me get this straight. This guy was receiving nearly $3,000 a month in food stamps. And now that it's been cut to $300, he's upset and blaming leadership for turning their back on him. The reality is those cuts aren't betrayal, they're accountability. He admits he has 5 kids, chooses not to work, and argues that spending time with them is enough reason for taxpayers to cover his bills. But raising kids has always been a personal responsibility. Hardworking Americans already work 40 to 60 hours a week just to provide for their own families. It's not fair to expect them to shoulder the cost of someone else's choices. And the idea that losing benefits is a reason to leave the country only shows how dependent some people have become on assistance instead of independence. Anyway, you know I saved the craziest video for last, so let's get to our video.
Listen, if you have food stamps that my tax dollars are paying for, good. I'm glad. Because guess what? I've been that mom. I've been that mom that needed food stamps to feed my kids. I've been that mom that rationed out money that I got on the 4th of every month to make sure that me and my kids were fed for the whole month. I've been the mom that needed that help. And luckily, I've been blessed in this life now to where I don't need that help anymore. But let me just tell you, I saw a video on here a couple days ago, and the lady started the video with, "It's EBT day." And she goes to Walmart and she shows everything that she puts in the cart. She buys snacks for her babies, she buys formula, she buys stuff for dinners. She does buy some sweets, and people were coming for her neck in the comments. "Oh, glad my tax dollars could buy you candy. You didn't even buy food, you bought junk. Way to clear all the formula off the shelf." Y'all, be so for real. In the world we live in, be grateful that you have the means to pay the tax dollars that helps someone else, and you don't need that help yourself. And you might want to humble yourself, because your situation could change very quickly. And you could be the next one looking forward to EBT day so that you can buy some groceries for yourself and your kids. So in conclusion, stop being a judgmental prick, be grateful for what you have, and stop looking down on others that may not have as much as you. And be grateful that your tax dollars are helping put food in a child's mouth. I said what I said.
Look, nobody's mad about a struggling mom buying formula or putting real food on the table for her kids. That's what the system was created for, temporary help to get through hard times. But don't twist it. People have every right to be angry when they see carts piled high with soda, candy, and junk food, all paid for with tax dollars. That's not feeding hungry children. That's abusing a safety net and telling taxpayers to just be grateful they get to pay for someone else's lifestyle. That's entitlement talking, not humility. Hardworking people don't mind helping families who truly need it. What they mind is being lectured by folks who think welfare is a permanent paycheck, while the rest of us are busting our backs to keep food on our own tables. And here's what I'd like to know. Do you think junk food should be completely banned from food stamps? Or should people still be allowed to buy whatever they want with them? Drop your thoughts below. I read every single comment, and I want to see where most of you stand. That's going to wrap it up for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, there's another one on screen right now with more clips just like this. Go ahead and click on it, tap on it, whatever device you're on, and I'll see you there.